Coast of the Roman Empire, 117 AD. Torches flicker on towers along the shoreline. Guards watch the dark horizon. Then comes a new kind of thunder. Two Sikorsky CH-53E Super Stallion helicopters appear out of nowhere. Low, fast, silent until they're almost on top of it. They flare above a narrow strip of firm ground just beyond the beach. Not a full landing, just close enough. Ropes drop. 45 Marines hit the ground and run for the trees. This team is here for one mission only: take control of the greatest empire in history. They have no reinforcements, no resupply, only what they can carry and a plan that might actually work. And just remember, this is a sandbox what if. We're not dealing with time travel problems. We're not even aiming for perfect realism, if that's even possible. So, could they collapse the empire? Or would they burn out before reaching the gates? By day, the place they landed turns into a nightmare. Thick air, muddy ground, clouds of biting insects, and malaria. But it's perfect cover. The reeds grow taller than a man. Locals avoid it. Even Roman patrols stay away. This is the Pontine Marshes, about 55 kilometers south of Rome. The only thing louder than the helicopters is the silence. Now they've got 7 nights, maybe less. The swamp will turn against them. The fevers begin, but they picked this spot for one reason. It's the closest landing zone big enough for 2 helicopters without alerting every Roman watchtower. Land near the mouth of the river Tiber, and the flight path goes right over docks, watchtowers, and merchant piers. Word spreads fast. Riders gallop to the capital. By dawn, the gates are locked, the bridge is sealed, and 8,000 Praetorian guards are waiting. But land here, and you get one full night of invisibility. The Marines move fast. They stash extra gear and rations in waterproof bags, dig shallow sleeping holes, and launch scout drones. Just 45 men in the dark, watching the Empire. They're fully trained, combat ready. Each one carries an M4 or IR, plus an M18 sidearm. They're equipped with M320 grenade launchers, C4 explosives, flashbangs, smoke grenades, night vision, and drones. However, supplies are tight. Each Marine carries 3 days of MRES, 9 magazines for their rifle, and 3 for their sidearm. Just enough batteries for goggles, radios, and drones if they ration carefully. They'll recharge what they can using hand-crank generators and compact solar panels. But the countdown starts now. The goal isn't to hold ground. It's to hit Roman leadership before they even know what's happening. And their next decision will shape everything. How do you bring down an empire with just 45 men? They lay out 3 possible plans. Option A, hit Rome head-on. March to the city, break through the gates, and end it fast. Bold, but hopeless. They'd be surrounded and outnumbered. They can't just walk into Rome and open fire. Option B, build a rebellion. Arm the peasants, start a resistance. It worked in Afghanistan. But here, no time, no allies, no maps, and not enough weapons. Rome controls the roads, the grain, and the fear. That kind of war takes years. They've got about a week. So, they choose option C, shock campaign. Carefully planned strikes, psychological warfare, hit key targets, disappear, repeat. They burn villas, light fake signal fires, flood grain stores, take down aqueducts. They hit tax stations, disappear into the night, and return even harder. Not to win battles, but to destroy confidence. They'll use thermal sights, drones, and modern tactics to make Rome believe something impossible is happening. And in a world without flashlights, they own the night. First target, Forum Appii, a small hub southeast of the capital. The Marines hit it in the dead of night. Carrying suppressed rifles, they burn the stables, tear up the written orders and courier notes, then vanish. By sunrise, Rome hears nothing, and that silence spreads. Next strike, a tax collector's mansion. Coins taken, documents burned, just enough damage to spark rumors. Then strange fires light up the hills. Rome's towers signal back, then wait. But no messenger arrives. No flame patterns change. No more signals come. By now, the capital doesn't know what's real. The Romans respond the way they always do. They organize. More scouts, roadblocks, guard posts. But does it make a difference? The Marines stick to back routes. They cross the Via Appia only at night. Using thermal scopes, they spot guards to slip past unseen. Along the way, they plant false trails, broken branches, boot prints, fake camps. Roman patrols end up chasing ghosts. Next strike. The aqueduct, one of Rome's sources of water. They place explosives on one of the aqueduct's support columns. A single controlled blast brings it down. Water stops flowing to part of the capital. Gravity takes care of the rest. Then, they ambush a small Praetorian convoy near Arta, a coastal town south of Rome. 2 grenades launch from the M320S. The first explodes under the lead horse. The second hits the supply cart. Then, rifles open up. Seconds later, every rider is down. No survivors. Every strike is planned ahead, mapped out by drones that can spot enemies miles away. In ancient Rome, that's basically like having time travel on your side. To the locals, these aren't soldiers. They're something else. The legions are still far from home. Britannia, Judea, Germania, and along the Danube. It'll take weeks for any message to reach them, if it even gets through. The via is broken. The post stations are gone. The only working route left is a fast boat along the coast, and even that takes days just to reach the next major city. Rome's only defense nearby is the Praetorian Guard. Elite, yes, but trained to stop riots, not demons. They've never seen drones, laser dots, or gunfire that comes from the trees. The Senate panics. Governors flee. Grain shipments stop. Water starts to run dry. Some nearby cities go silent. Nobody knows who's next. And then comes the final move. After midnight, they steal a fishing boat and row up the Tiber. No lights, no talking, just the sound of water. At the river wall, they find a rusted sewer gate. A block of C4 stuffed under wet rags cracks it open with a dull thump. No echo. No one hears it. They slip inside, knee-deep in slime, moving slowly through the dark. A narrow tunnel leads them into a storage room just below the palace kitchens. 2 Marines ease the wooden door off its hinges. No bang, just a creak. Flashbangs crack down the hallway. Smoke grenades flood the marble floors. Rifles follow. The Emperor Trajan is still far away in the east, but his regents are here. And so is a night shift of Praetorian guards. The Marines rise from the storeroom in 3 fire teams. Team 1 slips through the kitchens. 2 sleepy cooks open a door, spot the rifles, and freeze. Zip ties cover their mouths. Move on. Team 2 kills the lamps in a side hallway. Flashbangs roll toward the guard's post. Blinding light. A crack like thunder. The guards are on the floor before a single sword is drawn. Team 3 kneels by the door to the regent's chamber. They open the door using a Halligan bar and a rubber-capped hammer. Slow, quiet, no blast. They move up fast. Rifles up, lasers sweeping the room. The Praetorian prefect, top commander of the guard, grabs for his sword. One silenced shot takes him down. The rest freeze, shields half raised. The regents, still in their nightclothes, are zip-tied and placed under guard. Total time inside, minutes. A dozen guards down, no alarms. By sunrise, the palace corridors echo with silence. Outside, Rome wakes to stillness. They did it. They broke the Roman chain of command in 7 nights. The guards are disgraced. The Senate freezes. Rome doesn't fall in flames. It falls in silence. But could the Marines hold power? Number. At least not for long. If Rome did manage to get a message to the legions or to Trajan, they'd probably be on their way soon. Their bullets are almost gone. Their batteries are dying. The swamp is turning on them. The first fevers hit, but the job is already done. They could prop up a local puppet or sit on the throne for a week, but they won't last. If word starts spreading, things start shifting. Generals, governors, and river rulers all sense a shot at the throne. The empire either fractures or finds a new leader and a new direction. But one thing is certain, the Marines' footprint would last. They didn't raise an American flag. They didn't even take cities. But they made fear contagious. For years, debates would rage. Were they mythical creatures, a distant advanced civilization, or the gods themselves? So, could a single U.S. Marine platoon conquer ancient Rome? Technically, yes, but only for a moment. Still, It could spark an entirely new path for the future of the Empire. And if you thought that was insane, wait until a Navy SEAL team runs into 10,000 samurai. That one's next.